Like the most important guy in the room, what I realized from her is the guy that can bring money in, right? Like the capital guy. We were doing about 300 and some odd change, $320,000 in EBITDA, right? So we sold it just under $2 million.
Nice. You have 350 million in transactional volume now with Gatsby Advisors.
That is correct. We opened up, it's Remax Commercial. So let's actually talk about that real quick.
So what is the difference between Gatsby Advisors and Remax?
So in like Fort Bend, we have a $65 million shopping center development with like 60 office condos in the back. That value on that was $65 million on an exit. No, we did a raise.
Yeah.
We did a $9 million raise.
Yeah.
We're at $4.5 million towards our $9 million raise. We have no debt, all equity.
All equity.
We have I represent the largest independently owned cannabis dispensary in Chicago.
Welcome to another episode of Pick Up the Phone podcast. My name is Josue Llanas. I'm the founder of GetSU.ai, the emotionally intelligent voice AI for the real estate industry. It's not artificial intelligence, it's emotional intelligence. Today's guest is Charles Patawaran. Charles Patawaran has a CCIM accolade that puts him in the top 6% of all commercial practitioners globally. He's got the first RE/MAX commercial only office, and you've got 350 million in transactional volume in the pipeline as of Friday, May 8th, today.
That's correct.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, brother.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, thank you. I'm so honored to be here, present with you. I love what you're doing. I'm a big fan. Phenomenal guests already, all from basically the Houston market, and let's make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. So I know like last time I came to your office and we were talking a little bit about what it is that you're doing, what you've accomplished, and you gave me a lot of insight about the CCIM accolade.
Yeah.
And I'd really love to go into that and kind of what it took to be able to get that, because I think it's very important that a lot of people understand the amount of effort, energy, and resources are required to be able to get that done. So
yeah.
I think that's pretty amazing. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get started with your background, bro. Where you from? Where were you born? Where'd you go to school?
Actually, before we get started with that, I have a gift for you, and I'd like to change it up a notch. I've got this collagen eye mask, and if it's okay, we'll put it on together.
You want to put it on?
Let's go, man. Change it up. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do mine, you're gonna do you, and then because here's the thing, man. Like I want an old mentor taught me that like if you look good, then you feel good. Yeah. And then if you feel good,
I think it got stuck in there.
You do good.
Yeah.
So, let's just change it up a notch a little bit, and then let's put this babies on, right?
Okay. So how does this work?
I don't know if maybe the women with their audience can maybe
Say, can you switch to me real quick?
Yeah. Get a little bit of acquaintance here.
This is gonna be the first podcast that we're gonna film with this on. I think this is great.
What do you think?
I think this is fantastic.
Dude, we're gonna look so fresh after this podcast.
Well, I feel great already.
It's got collagen. It's soothing and cooling. I actually had this refrigerated before I got here.
I do feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the coolness on my face. I like it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Normally I do this whenever I'm going to whenever I'm relaxing. I'm at the spa, but first time I'm doing it at a podcast, so. Why not?
Why not?
I'm sure this will work up the views.
It'll increase views for sure.
It'll increase the views. Yeah. People are gonna see this and be like, "What the fuck are they doing?
What the hell is going on?" And here's the thing, man. Like guys, right? Like we're so busy with our businesses and just grinding, we forget to do two things. Number one, we forget to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. And then number two, we forget to compliment each other as men, right? Like men don't compliment each other enough,
right?
We got all this women, in Houston, saying good things about each other, oh my God, you're so beautiful. But like as guys, dude, you're a rock star, bro.
Bro, you're a rock star, bro.
Phenomenal.
You look amazing right now with that gold underneath your eyeballs.
Look at this, man.
I don't know if did I do this right?
It's kind of funny looking, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna hold you to that.
It
Yeah,
is
I
funny
think
looking.
one is like blocking a little bit of your.
Is it blocking my eyeball?
It's a little bit, man. I think that's one.
Did I put it on right?
That's. Hey, man, let it be.
What am I doing here?
Your cheeks might be glowing. I don't know about your eyes.
You want to help me out real quick, babe? Come over here and help me out.
No, I
That's
think he's good.
It's good?
I think he's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
One's like in the corner and the other one's like in your cheek. It's all good. Yeah.
This is great. This is fantastic.
Let's go. Let's
All
go.
Here, if you want to like adjust your mic to the side.
Is that better?
No, like don't put it in front of your face like
Oh,
this. Yeah,
like this?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
That's
kind of
better.
awkward, man. Just holding a mic in front of my face.
I know it is. It is.
Yeah.
Dude, whoa. Oh, there we go.
I'm sorry. I threw you off.
That's a new start to the podcast for sure. That definitely is the first.
I get a lot of compliments. Like, hey, man, I love. Like, I'm in meetings right now. Like, I'm in the middle of a meeting with an investor, and then like right in the middle, I'm like, hold on. So then I bust out with like 10 packs of these. These are like $5 packs, right? So then I'm like, hey, let's put this on, and then it just creates this whole sense of like all the walls go down, and we end up just doing a deal, right?
Yeah.
I'll kid you not on eye patches alone. Now look at you, I got you laughing. This is the most you've laughed on your own podcast.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. All right, so dude, let's talk.
Let's get started, man. What are we doing?
What are where are you from? Are we gonna do this with the
whole way?
The whole way?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay,
So
all
the
right.
whole way.
We'll
Don't take them off.
We'll do the first section of the. We do this in 3 bursts. The first burst is 15 minutes. Then 15 minutes and 15 minutes around an hour, more or less, for 45 minutes to an hour. So
I got 2 more packs. So if you need, if you need to do another round, we can. Gonna be so looking fresh today. Yeah, it's Friday. Go out tonight.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Let's
You're
go.
right. All right. So your background, bro. Let's talk about your background. What's your background? Where are you from? Where were you born?
Yeah, man. So I'm actually not from here, like not from Texas, not from the States.
Yeah.
I was born outside the country.
Yeah.
In the Philippines. So.
Oh, you were born out there.
I was born in the Philippines. Yeah. So
No kidding.
I speak Tagalog. English is my second language.
No shit.
And moved when I was like 5 or 6 to Chicago.
To Chicago. Okay.
Mhm.
What took you from the Philippines to Chicago?
My mom,
Yeah.
she my aunt raised me
Yeah.
in Chicago. My
Mhm.
mom couldn't raise me, so I was conceived in Chicago, I think, and then I was born in the Philippines so that my aunt can take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved to Chicago when I was 5 or 6, and then she raised me for a couple years, and then just life was chaotic growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it what was chaotic about it?
It's your like typical Chicago like statistic, right? Like single mom, basically like we grew up homeless as a child. We were bouncing around from like, home to home, shelter to shelter. And I think that was like one of those, pivotal like situations as growing up as a child. It's like, this is not what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So I did everything in my power, like beginning 15, 16 years old
Mm-hmm.
to get away from this life.
You mentioned before, you're looking for people who have a chip on their shoulder. Is that, would you say that you had a chip on your shoulder growing up, or
100%.
so that what gave you kind of the motivation to succeed, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was what I wanted not to be, right?
Yeah.
So like the life that, I grew up in, it was like I needed to figure this out and not be it, right? Not be a statistic.
Right.
Right. In Chicago, like there's gang wars, there's, drugs, there's all this, right? Like the stereotypical like Chirac, it exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, people getting shot, like all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I mean, it exists for reasons.
Mhm.
It's a statistic for a reason. So,
Mhm.
man, that's wild. At what point, in your growing up, did you make that decision to say, I'm sure it doesn't happen like overnight, right? I think it's like something that develops over time. But at what point did you know that you wanted more for your life? Because a lot of people grow up in this environment,
Yeah.
Charles, and they don't make it out of there. They just stay there all their lives.
Well, they think it's a norm, right?
Right.
Like this is like I accept my faith, right? Or I accept my fate.
Right.
Right. So I think it was around 13, 14, 15,
Yeah.
where just like it just got too much,
Mhm.
literally not having money to go to school, right?
Mhm.
So around 15, I dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
I went to high school for like 2 months, right? It just kept on getting into not just fights, but more like I just couldn't afford to go to school.
Yeah.
Like the bus was $2 and we just couldn't afford that,
Right.
right? So I kept on missing school.
Right.
And then just end up like working after hour or after school. And then it just didn't make sense for me to go to school. So I dropped out. I forged my mom's signature, 15 years old.
You did?
I did. Yeah. I'll say it on record too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forged my mom's signature in like in Chicago. Well, you know, all in the US, you can be, I think 16, but 15 with like the permission of your mom, right? Or your parent.
Yeah.
So what I did was I found that loophole. It's like, why do I need to go to high school, right? I think high school is just like to build to make you be a social butterfly.
Yeah.
I'm already social. Like I'm already a natural extrovert, right?
Right.
So
What was your first kind of entrance into entrepreneurship? When did you know that? Because a lot of people grow up in this environment and maybe they go and pursue a career in corporate, right? I'm going to go work for this company. I'm going to climb the corporate ladder. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But for you, you made a decision to choose the entrepreneur route. And so
it was given to me actually, like by God's grace.
Yeah.
I think I've always been a hustler. I've always been like the quote unquote entrepreneur. Like I've always like slinging something on the streets, right? Selling candy, like when I was 13, right? Like I took a box of chocolate that the school wanted you to sell and I sold everything and then doubled up. So I reinvested the money, bought more chocolate, right? To sell it more, right? Yeah. So, but you know, just through random mentorship, random people taking me into their family, into their business, and in being obsessed with the business and so on and so forth.
Wow.
So I remember I was a busboy at 15. I would leave like sixth period, my first 2 months of high school, right? Like the last 2-3 periods I wouldn't go to school because I needed to start my shift as a busboy in this like fine dining restaurant in like on Michigan Avenue in Chicago. And then I'm a busboy, so usually we don't really get tips, right? We just kind of do our thing. And then some guy tipped me $100 for just having a conversation with him. I just said hi. Tipped me $100.
Yeah.
And then that was like very profound because it's like that's what I make in a week, right? At that time, 15 years ago.
Right.
For him to tip me $100, I was so obsessed. So like I just couldn't like understand how this guy can just tip me $100.
Yeah.
So the next time I saw him, I asked him, "Yeah, what do you do for work?" And he's like, "I own my own business. I'm in finance." And that changed my life.
Right.
Yeah. 3-piece suit, good looking guy. Like that's it. I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. I don't know who. I never met him again. Just met him twice.
Just twice in your life. It's funny how certain people come in your life and they make an impact to the point where it drastically changes the direction of your life.
100%.
Yeah. That's absolutely incredible, man. I think that's God's force kind of working through and putting you in the right path. So what happened? What was kind of your exit out of Chicago? What happened? When was your first business? Tell me about after you got out of Chicago.
Yeah. So like being Filipino, you're like usually in the healthcare industry. So most Filipinos are nurses. So that was like the route for me, right? So there was a lady, she passed away a couple years ago, but basically she took me in as her personal assistant. I was her driver. She was a registered nurse. She owned a home health company at the time. And we went around all of the streets of Chicago visiting patients, right? And because I knew Chicago so well and I've like lived on the streets, that's really why she wanted to hire me as her driver, right? To kind of drive her around. And we would just go to the most gang infested like neighborhoods.
Really?
Right? And I was nervous. We were driving like a brand new Range Rover, right? It was like a 2015, 2016 brand new Range Rover.
Yeah. And
we would drive that around in the city. And like, I remember like going to one house, it had like maybe 10, 15 like, gangbangers on the street or like literally in front of the house, like 11 o'clock in the morning. And then as she gets out that car, it's like she's like Moses, where like the whole like the entire gang just kind of like divides right in the middle, so then she can go up stairs and visit their mom and take care of mom as a nurse, right? So like providing all the skilled services and things like that. So she had so much respect, and I respected her because of that.
So I think this was kind of like your introduction into home healthcare. I know
That's right.
You did a lot of business in that. So
that was my intro in healthcare.
So it kind of showed you kind of the ropes, showed you the game, showed you what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Did she teach you the business?
She taught me everything, like the way that I speak, the way that I walk, like how like we started going to luxury, like fine dining restaurants. I learned that there's like different forks for different, meals and like, what's like how you like just sit down and just talk to people.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was again from the streets, right? So from the streets, you learn things differently, right? You have a different type of mentality.
Right.
But for her, like money was endless, like and then my biggest thing for her, it's like I was so obsessed with her, how she operated, and then my whole mission was to give her value and buy her time because her time was very limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started finding ways to buy her more time. So our days became like 10, 12-hour days. I was able to just kind of help her with that. And then we made that to, 4 or 5-hour days. And really, I just wanted to get out of work early.
Yeah.
And then so I would just bring her, to like her spa days. And she would ask me to take her to, all these little things so that she enjoyed her life more.
Yeah. How long were you working for her?
For a long time. It was like 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah. So I actually worked my way up. So I didn't know she owned the company till like 6 months later. I thought she was just an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she was cautious. She was trying to fill me out, right? So she kept me in the car, kept me out of the loop of the office, and then a few times I just went in the office, and they speak Tagalog, so I'm able to just kind of be obsessed and learn the business.
Yeah,
and then I said I'll do everything. So I started like doing filing and then fax. Like back then we were just faxing orders so we can get a doctor's signature, and I learned how she take out clients, how she take out physicians so that we can get referrals and so on and so forth. It was like the most amazing thing.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started working with her?
15, 16.
16?
Yeah, she pulled me off the streets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got saved, bro.
I got saved. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Miss Norma.
Shout out Miss Norma.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So 15, 6 years with her, you're 21 now.
Yeah, 21, like ended up making like 6 figures with her, right?
Yeah.
So like she promoted me to office administrator to like, so that I ran the entire shop. Wow. Basically
over the course of 6 years.
Yeah, like from the like revenue cycle management. So I ended up like the most important guy in the room. What I realized from her is the guy that can bring money in, right? Like the capital guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I made it my obsession to be the guy that would do the billing so that we can get paid from the hospital or so from the insurance companies and so on and so forth. There was one guy that they were paying like $50 an hour. And he was getting paid over 140 grand a year, right? Just with like bonuses and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to take his job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do his job at half the cost.
Right.
And then I learn everything there is about his job.
And you did it.
I did it at half the cost. Yeah.
That's hilarious. So at what point did you decide, okay, I think I know everything. I'm pretty good. I'm going to go off on my own.
It was during the time I was working with her. So I think I was like 19, 20. I ended up buying I bought my first house when I was like 20, 21, it was during the time when I was working with her. And then I started doing like side gigs, like side quests. So like other people started hiring me on a monthly retainer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at one point I was making like $180,000 with her, and then as a contractor with other companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was like one situation where she was like having lunch with a friend, and then the friend was like, "Yeah, I gotta introduce you to my biller, my coder. He's like amazing. His name is Charles." And then she's like, "What? Like Charles? Like my Charles?" So apparently, people from the industry know each other.
Yeah.
And then one person was recommending her to me, even though I already worked for her.
Oh,
yeah.
Did that cause some issues?
It caused a little bit of issues. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You just gotta, you gotta pick at this point." I'm like, "Look, I'm doing everything you want me to do, and then I'm doing everything outside, and then everything I do is outside of hours. So what's the big deal?"
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically I ended up just on my own, and then we grew that business.
Yeah.
So we had like 30, 40 clients, right? Like in a matter of 6 months, we built a book of 40 businesses.
Wow.
So instead of me working for one, right, at $50 an hour, I was working for like 30, 40 of them.
Yeah. And now you had other people working for you?
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was like my journey into entrepreneurship. It started outsourcing to the Philippines,
Yeah.
And just made it happen.
I bet it helped having learning or knowing the language back home and being able to hire people back in the Philippines to be able to scale quickly.
Yeah. I mean, what made me scale was that like there's certifications and accolades within the industry. So I made it known that like I went to college, right? So even though I'm a high school dropout, I did go to college. So I went to college for that business, for health informatics.
Right.
So not only did I know what I did or what I provided through experience, I showed everybody that I was the best through accolades.
Yeah.
So getting my certifications, getting my degrees,
Yeah.
right? So I was one of the very few, if not the only one, that actually had a degree in what we were doing. And that's all I did. I flexed this.
Yeah.
I was like, you can hire him or you can hire me at the same rate. Who would you rather hire? Someone that actually has a degree in this formally, that has the experience and work with others, that had, letter of recommendations, or that guy?
Yeah. What happened with that business? Where did you take it? What did you do with it?
Yeah, so like the industry just, like in healthcare, it's always cyclical, right? Same in real estate. So eventually a lot of the businesses started going down because healthcare reimbursement started decreasing, profitability started decreasing, margins went everything decreased.
Yeah.
So I saw the trend, and then I actually started, owning my own business, like my own home health agency. So I ended up partnering with a home health agency and focused on building that business.
Gotcha.
And then we ended up selling that business. And then later on, I ended up just buying and selling multiple companies in the home health space, became an expert at that.
Yeah.
That entire field.
So, I mean, it sounds like you have shifted and pivoted in business multiple times, right?
100%. You have to pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of those pivots, and how did it lead you to where you're at today?
Yeah, there's something called pattern recognition, where being like the medical biller, right, in the healthcare industry, you're able to see patterns.
Yeah.
And so you can almost forecast, the future based on patterns in the past.
Yeah.
And then also updates from like, CMS and Medicare and things like that. So the whole thing, it's like we've seen decreases in revenue for the last 4 years. So you can only project that it's going to decrease even more. And every time it decreases, you have revenue going down and then cost of labor going up. So you can almost see that there's a broken system, right? That like businesses are going to end up closing because profitability isn't there and margins are not there anymore. That's going to affect my business, right? If I'm servicing these companies that are going to close down, then I'm going to end up closing down. So you have to pivot.
Yeah.
You have to be proactive and not reactive.
Absolutely. So just so I can follow here and kind of like your journey in entrepreneurship, you were working with this lady, working in healthcare and running her business, and then you started doing it for multiple people. You shifted that, and then you went into what was the business? Home services?
So home health and hospice.
Home health and hospice. What does that business look like? Basically taking care of elderly people.
Yeah.
Do you go to their homes, or do you have like a real estate and then they come to you?
No. So we would go to their homes.
Okay.
So again, just to kind of give you clarity, I was a provider for the home health company. I was the one servicing their books, their billing. I was getting them paid.
Got it.
And because I know that business really well, I ended up partnering and buying my own company.
Got it.
In that space.
Got it. Yeah.
So the people that were the people that I was servicing, I ended up playing in the same space as they were, and it becoming like very obsessed and very good at what we did.
Yeah.
And it's all a relation of business, right? So because me working for Norma, right, and then she taught me that game, I was able to, grow this company for, doing several $1 million in revenue, and we ended up selling that later on.
Yeah, I remember you. I think right around the time that we met, I think you had just sold that that company.
Yeah, just sold that, exited, and just did it over and over again, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I became like an operator. I became, a consultant. I became, the broker, and then selling my company, and then basically provided the same service to other people.
Yeah.
So I have 10, 15 years of experience in healthcare from A to Z, every single nuance in healthcare.
It's a long time. It's a long time. Man, I really want to get into a little bit about the exit of that business and kind of what that looked like. We've talked a lot in the past about business valuations. I think you're even a specialist when it comes to SBA loans.
Correct.
So let's talk about that. And before we do, let's just take a quick commercial break here.
Let's go.
Cool.
Let's go. Done.
If you're a nationwide real estate investor, you need to go check out GetHardMoney.com. GetHardMoney.com is the number one place to find local hard money lenders. You can connect with them directly. You can request term sheets. You can chat all in one single place. The coolest thing that I think about GetHardMoney.com is that you have free tools built in, AI comping. You have a flip profit calculator, cash to close calculator. what's really cool about it also is that it's 100% free. You don't have to go and buy anything. You can sign up. You can use all the tools that they have. They have tools added there all the time. No cost ever. So if you're investing and you need lender connections, this site works nationwide. If you need deal analysis, this thing is a no-brainer. There's no cost to sign up. It's just free value, free connections to any real estate lender out there. So go sign up, gethardmoney.com. All right, Charles, and we are back. So let's talk about your exit with your home health and hospice business.
Yeah.
You grew that. What kind of revenues did you have? What kind of employees? How did that process look like to be able to sell a company?
Yeah, so I didn't know what I was doing, right?
Yeah.
I still don't know what I'm doing half the time, but basically it's all a numbers game. So, we sold the company based on a 3x multiple of our EBITDA,
Okay.
right? That's basically our net profit.
Yeah.
And we did that at a, 4x multiple. We were doing about $320,000 in EBITDA, right? So we sold it just under $2 million.
Nice.
Sold that, and then I moved to Texas.
Did you have a business partner in that?
Yeah, we had multiple partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot older than I was.
Nice.
And then everyone cashed out.
Who made the decision to want to sell the company?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, we had to.
Why?
Because I saw the decline in revenue, and I was one of the main guys bringing the business in. So I was so overworked. I was so what's the word? Burnt out.
Yeah.
Yeah. To work 9 to 5, be the administrator, and then from 5 to midnight, you're out there, meeting and greeting.
I think that you have specialized knowledge right here when it comes to selling a business, and I think that a lot of viewers would benefit from listening to the process of actually selling a business.
Yeah.
So would you mind sharing a little bit about what that process looked like? Did you, just like with real estate, there's appraisers that you have to get, right? What is the process with selling a business? What documentation do you need to do? What preparations do you need to get? What appraisals do you need? Walk me through that process.
There's a lot of logistics when selling a company, and we actually work with clients that hire us to help them prepare to sell the company. So we probably have, outside of the 350 million that we mentioned, we have about $20 million in businesses and entities that need to be sold.
Okay.
So the way that it works, it's you basically figure out who the end buyer is. There's only two end buyers. There's your small business, maybe previous W-2, and they're going to leverage something called the SBA to finance the company.
Right.
That limit is up to $5 million.
Yeah.
Right. So what we'll do is, from a very basic perspective, you're looking at the market trading at 3 to 4x of EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, amortization, all of that, right?
Yeah.
So if you are a small business owner, ideally doing more than $1 million in gross revenue, assuming a 20% market in the industry standard kind of profit margin, right? You're looking at, $200,000 per $1 million in revenue.
Okay.
Assuming a 4x multiple of that $200,000, you're going to basically trade anywhere from, $600,000 to $800,000 for that business.
Okay.
Plus any FF&E or real estate.
Yeah.
So FF&E, furniture, fixtures, equipment, whatever that cost is, right? You can maybe include that into the sale as an add-on. And then also the value of real estate, if the value of real estate is being purchased as well.
Right. So to recap, what sort of documentation or preparation, I know you help people with that, but so that people kind of get a little bit more insight into what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
No, good question. So typically any buyer would want to see the last 3 years financials.
Okay.
And then any buyer that is leveraging the SBA would also want to see last 3 years financials.
Right.
The last 2 years financials would have to show profits.
Right.
Right. And not just any type of profit, like not declining revenue or not declining profit, but increasing profit. Because again, if you look at something called pattern recognition, you're able to see the future just from the past. So if you have a company that is growing 20, 30% every single year and revenues are increasing margins are increasing. That's good. That's a good thing. That's good news.
Yeah.
So, good books. So hiring a good CPA, hiring a phenomenal bookkeeper, making sure that your reconciliations every month is on point, right? And then your tax returns are showing profits. The problem these days is you have all this CPA and all this, tax advisors advising their clients to write off every single thing, from Rolex to cars to everything to lunches, and they're showing paper losses on their companies, negative tax returns.
Right.
So from that perspective, you are not financeable and you have no enterprise value in your business because you're showing losses.
Right.
Right. So if you are interested in selling or ever considering selling, you need to basically position yourself so that your company can tell a story for the next two to 3 years.
Right.
Right. And that story is basically, is it profitable? Can the buyer or the borrower service its own debt through the business?
Right.
And if it cannot, then it's not sellable.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, it boils down a lot to the financials, making sure you have good bookkeeping and you position the company as a profitable or increasing profits in future projections.
Absolutely. Another big thing is having the owner be something called a semi-absentee owner.
Okay.
So if the business revolves around the owner, 100% of all the books, all the revenue comes because of the owner. From a buyer's perspective, if they are considering buying your company and they remove the owner, what happens to the business afterwards?
Right.
So therefore, the buyer or the seller, the owner, has pretty much given him a disadvantage because the business revolves around him or her.
Yeah.
So becoming a semi-absentee, like hiring managers and hiring salespeople to bring in business and not just you.
Yeah.
Usually as business owners, we're everything. Right. We're CFO, CEO, business development, all of that. But if you want to actually give value to your business, you have to figure out how to start exiting yourself before you actually exit. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, cool. So how did you even get into that, like into consulting with businesses? Because you went through the process of actually selling your property,
exactly,
your company yourself?
Yeah. So I sold my own company. I've consulted for other people to sell their company. And because of that, I became very obsessed with how this thing works.
Yeah.
And then, not only being hired to help people buy and sell companies, putting together the financing of it all, right? So the business plan, the pro forma, there's probably 300 pages of SBA documentation that needs to be filled out.
300 pages?
Probably. Yeah, between 413s, 19, all these SBA specific forms.
Wow.
Right?
It's a lot of documentation.
A lot of document. It's very documentation heavy. That's why SBA is just one of the hardest things to get financed, but it's such a powerful tool if used correctly.
Right.
Yeah. So everyone gets basically $5 million of buying power.
Right.
If you are a good citizen and you pay your dues and you show profits on tax returns and because you can't get the benefit of SBA and not pay Uncle Sam.
Right.
If you pay Uncle Sam, then you get the benefit of SBA. And what that means is everyone has $5 million to buy either commercial real estate at 100% finance, right? Potentially, or buy a cash flowing company.
One of the two.
One of the two, or both.
Or both, yeah.
Or both. Put it together.
Yeah.
You can buy HVAC company, right? That's doing $3 million in revenue at a 30% margin because those are very high revenue, high margin companies.
Yeah.
So,
man, that's incredible. Okay, cool. So then, home services, you sold that. You sold it for what? $2 million?
Yeah.
Cashed out.
Yeah, cashed out.
Now you got some money in the bank.
Yeah, and then
life's looking pretty good.
I was a kid, so I moved to Texas. Bought a house on the lake. Moved to Town Lake, bought boats, cars, trucks, like the whole thing, like keeping up with the Jones. It was nuts. Yeah. Lost all my money,
Lost all the money.
Went through a separation and I had the best friends. Grew up, like built a really good circle of influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so why Texas?
They said everything was bigger in Texas.
Yeah. Was it true?
Everything, including the people.
Yeah.
Like the people here are bigger than any other city. I love it. Yeah. They're nicer. The cars are bigger. The trucks, the houses. It's crazy.
It's amazing. Yeah. I love it here. So you built a good circle of influence. What was next in your story then?
I was trying to figure it out. So I was doing a lot of consulting work.
Yeah.
I was, I had some cash, so I didn't really need to work. I was kind of retired for a little bit. I traveled the world, went to Hong Kong, Macau, and like did like a 1 year sabbatical. And then I quickly realized that like my money stopped, and the people that I hung out with, right? I was like 26, my money stopped. The guys that I hung out with, their money was endless. They had investments in both real estate and businesses, right? So they made money while their eyes was closed in their sleep.
Right.
And my money ended because I was too busy hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Right. So active money versus, passive money.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when you saw the light.
Yeah. Saw the light again.
Okay. So now you have to shift. Now you have to shift again.
I had to shift. Yeah, exactly. So
Pivot.
started kind of getting into the commercial real estate space, doing a lot of lending, on companies. A lot of the, at that time we were doing, interest rates were low. So we were doing a lot of refinances on commercial real estate. And I got recruited by a title company. Yeah. I think that's how we met. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that a company?
It was Patriot Title.
Oh yeah. Nice.
They don't exist anymore, but
yeah. Patriot Title. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I was like business development, like had my own branch in City Center. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
That's kind of how I know everybody from the industry.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened after that?
That was short lived. That was like 1 year, just 1 year of just straight business and straight hustle, right? So I've taken everything I learned from business development and just built a community and, brought in business.
Yeah.
And then I got recruited back into healthcare. So I had another company reach out and say, hey, we got to do a home health hospice. We started getting into assisted living.
Yeah.
That was a big thing in Texas. It still is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my background in healthcare, brought me back into commercial real estate through assisted living.
Right.
And because I have an SBA background, a lot of people hired me to start buying up assisted living facilities. And even till this day, like we specialize in, the acquisition of and financing of assisted living facilities.
Yeah. Man, that's cool. So at that point, when did the path lead you to say, hey, you know what, it's time for me to start a brokerage and to become a commercial broker? Like, how did that path kind of clear up for you? Yeah.
So Gatsby Advisors, we've been around for about 7 years. Again, we started as a, debt advisory firm. So we would bring in, debt to different properties and different businesses through SBA. And then we started getting a lot of referrals through like the industry in terms of, hey, I've got a buyer and a seller and I need to do this deal on a commercial deal. I need help with the financing.
Yeah.
It just made sense to get licensed. So we ended up just setting up shop. I got my license, opened up a brokerage through, Texas Real Estate Commission. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then, we did phenomenally well in the Desi community. So the Desi community is the Indian, the Pakistan community. We did all their hotels, all their financing, just really built a great, reputation and build a good rapport with that community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very
we
cool.
made a lot of money. We made a lot of other people money.
Yeah.
We started solving people's problems, which is why our like philosophy at the office is we are all janitors.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are not presidents, CEOs. We're not brokers. We're all janitors. We are here to solve people's problems.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
It's a great outlook to have on business.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that.
Yeah.
All janitors.
Yeah. Look me up on LinkedIn. Look me up on Instagram. Like it's literally there on my business card. It says janitor.
Really?
Yeah. And then some people don't get it. Like, what do you mean janitor? Like, do you like clean like the office? Like, you have one guy asked me like, I need to hire your janitorial services. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, we're kind of expensive, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he came to my office. He's like, what the heck is this? I thought I was going to hire, a janitor.
Yeah.
I was like, you are. What problems do you have?
Yeah.
So he started talking about like his, REO, like schedule, like his investments and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a cool play on word. It gives us it makes us be humble and forget, and remember where we're from.
Yeah. I like that. Okay. So then you started Gatsby Advisors around 7 years ago because you were doing commercial lending.
Yes.
And then, the light popped off again.
Yeah.
Let me start a brokerage.
And
started doing that for clients and started now doing the lending and representing them on the sale.
That's correct.
Is that kind of like how it happened?
The clients that hired us for lending, there was an opportunity in the marketplace for me to also represent them on the real estate side. And they preferred that.
They did.
They said, I prefer you. I prefer a one-stop shop, Charles. I would rather you take care of everything than me having to deal with 4 different people.
Yeah.
Right?
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, and then we ended up just getting paid on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. All in. Like we would buyer, seller, fees on the consulting, fees on the loan, fees on debt, fees on equity. Yeah.
Fees on everything.
Janitorial services.
Yeah.
We were highly paid janitors. Yeah, we still are.
Yeah. The whole shebang in one.
The whole shebang. Yeah, and they're
Love
okay
it.
with that. They love that.
Yeah. Everyone. I mean, if you're solving problems, you name your price and it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay. And what happened for you to say, okay, because you're doing a lot of things, right? SBA lending, home services, and hospice.
Well, I exited from that.
100%.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
when did you exit from that?
When I moved to Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got back in, so it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of overlap.
I got you. Cool. Home health and services. I mean, you did mention you did some sort of consulting here in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of my background, it's like there's always that opportunity where like I meet another healthcare provider and they're like, hey, this is these are my problems.
Yeah.
And I said, I can solve them.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are my fees.
Yeah.
I'll solve them.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Right.
And that's it.
So SBA, home health and
Hospice.
hospice. You're talking about commercial lending and now brokerage. So a lot of different experiences that you had and a lot of background. What happened over the course of time that made you decide to just go all in on the brokerage side of things?
I saw that there was an opportunity in the marketplace for us to provide that one-stop shop. And, again, going back to my roots in healthcare, right? It's like, yeah, we can be very good at something. We can have really like well-versed and well-experienced in something, which is why I wanted to open up and get my CCIM designation.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show the world that not only do I know what I'm doing, I have the institute telling me that I know what I'm doing, bona fide, through like accolades and credentialing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did mention a lot about the CCIM. So why don't we take some time now to talk about the CCIM?
Yeah.
But before we do, let's go ahead and hear from our sponsors real quick. All right, Charleston, we're back. So we were talking about the CCIM accolade that you have. Would you mind sharing with the audience a little bit about what CCIM is and what it represents for the community? Yeah.
So the CCIM, in my opinion, is the godfather of commercial real estate.
Yeah.
They actually started in 1967.
1967?
As a professional organization that basically taught the community on everything there is to know about commercial investments, right? So it stands for Certified Commercial Investments Member.
Okay.
And this designation is probably the most prestigious, one of the most difficult. It's considered your PhD level in commercial real estate. And you can't just take the exam.
Yeah.
Like you have to go through all this coursework, all this exams just to get to the main exam. But more importantly, you have to go through, rigorous coursework. So what that means is you have to submit a portfolio of deals in order for you to be considered to take the classes and take the exams.
So you have to submit deals that you've done in the past.
That is correct.
Okay.
And these deals have to be like, there has to be attestations to it. Like people, there's a lot of signatures that need to be signed on these things.
Yeah.
And then you have to get like letter recommendations from your broker, the whole nine. You have to have a meeting with the local Houston chapter or whatever chapter that you're in. It's very intense. Yeah.
What kind of deals are they looking for whenever they see your application? Like, do they want to see like a transactional volume or amount of deals? What are they looking for?
Exactly. So you have to do anything from 10, 20, or $30 million of deal volume.
Okay.
Funded, right? In commercial real estate. For every deal that you submit, you have to almost write a thesis paper on why, like, you're an investor or why you provided the service or what cap rates and what internal rate of returns, and kind of provide like a scenario of the deal. And then, the deals that I submitted, I was both the lender and the broker.
Yeah.
So they actually questioned that, like, what's going on here, right? How do you have both like perspective? And because they questioned it, I guess they weren't familiarized with like how that works. So I had to almost rebuttal and say, hey, I was acting on, two different perspectives here. I was sourcing debt, and then I was also providing the brokerage services.
Right.
They finally accepted that. And but yeah, so you have to do anywhere from 10, 20, $30 million of deals.
Just to be able to get the just to be able to apply for.
Just to apply
Okay.
to take the test. Exactly.
And then as far as actual testing, I mean, you're talking about a bunch of coursework. How long did it take you to get the CCIM?
Honestly, it could have taken me like less than 2 years,
Yeah.
but the actual exam is only hosted about once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And at that time, 2 years ago, the national exam was in Houston. It was on September 30th, 2025, 2024. Sorry, 2024.
Yeah.
No, 2023, 2 years ago. And that's actually on my birthday. So I did everything I could to try to sit for that exam on my birthday, because usually I buy like a nice watch or a nice car or whatever for my birthday, but I wanted that. As you get older, you have kind of different priorities. So I wanted that as my gift to myself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those were the worst months for me.
Yeah.
Right? I was over leveraged. I was building a brokerage. I was in school, dealing with relationships, and it just got too much. So mentally, I was not ready to take the exam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost just wanted to like shut down my door. Like
Right.
F this. This is nonsense.
Right.
But you have that 1 hour moment where it's just like, the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And then you just like, you just man up and you just, do your thing. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to take the test. Then I had to wait the following year, which was last year in Miami.
Yeah.
And like, what better city to take the exam in Miami, right? So the actual exam is difficult. It's 6 hours long. I took 6 hours and 5 minutes to take this exam.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Long time.
It's all case studies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll give you a crazy case study, and then there's probably 6 or 8 questions on that case study. So if you get the first question wrong, then most likely the remaining 6 to 7 questions from that original case study is also wrong.
Wow.
And then you fail the exam.
Damn.
Right? And you have to wait next year.
Seems
so
like
if you fail the exam, you got to go wait till next year, and you're never going to get it.
Seems like a very lengthy process.
It is.
So very few people ever get this accolade.
The top 6% of commercial brokers represent the CCIM. And I wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
Sounds like it was a huge undertaking, and I commend you for actually going through and getting it done. I'm sure it wasn't easy.
Yeah. And then it's opened up so much opportunities, not just with the CCIM, but getting different deals and, having speaking engagements. And I'm actually the incoming president for the CCIM Houston chapter.
Wow.
So that's like a big thing in itself, right? Like to be one of the youngest, if not the youngest, like broker owner coming in from a, executive position, like becoming the president. They want to set me up for future presidency of the CCIM Houston chapter.
Amazing.
And that'll open up so many doors too.
Yeah, I bet.
The next, 5 years of my career.
Absolutely. Man, that's incredible. So you have 350 million in transactional volume now with Gatsby Advisors.
That is correct. We opened up, it's Remax Commercial. So let's actually talk about that real quick.
So what is the difference between Gatsby Advisors and Remax Commercial?
So Gatsby Advisors, we were independent for so many years. Until 11/11 of last year, we decided to open up a franchise with Remax Commercial.
Okay.
As everyone knows, Remax as a company, they just got acquired by Real Brokerage. They were like the godfathers of commercial, or the godfathers of real estate. So they're known to be a killer in the residential space.
Yeah. So
they actually headhunted me a couple years ago. One of the contingencies was that I become a CCIM. I submit a business plan. And officially 11/11 of last year, we opened up the first commercial-only office with Remax Commercial. So I own the entire state of Texas.
In Texas.
And that is why we're able to get, a good enough volume, exponential growth, because we're, the only office in the state of Texas.
How was there no office before this for Remax for commercial?
So there's thousands of residential offices, and they might have a, commercial designation, but not a true commercial only office. There's only 31 commercial only offices globally. The closest one to me is a guy that owns it in Louisiana, and he's been in the business for 30 years, CCIM as well, and he was actually one of the CCIM instructors that taught me first CI 103, Richard Jude.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
They don't give this out like it's like cake, right? They really wait, for the right guy to come out and give it. So
right.
Yeah.
Man, that's incredible. So why Remax? Why not any other brokerage out there?
I actually considered several other companies, I didn't want to be recruited into some whole MLM Ponzi scheme overrides and all that. Like it wasn't for me. Like I've always been entrepreneur and like I wanted to own my own stuff, right?
Yeah.
So Remax allows you to be independently owned, but have that name brand behind you. There's other companies as well, SVN, other franchises, things like that. Just didn't make sense. Yeah. They flew me out to California. I met all the broker owners. Every single Remax agent that I know, every single broker owner of Remax has renewed their franchise agreement over and over and over again. Some of them have been around for 40 years.
And they've renewed it over time?
Yeah, I've they've dominated their market.
What do you think is the reason for that?
Culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. The culture is so intense. Like they drink that Kool-Aid hard. That Remax Kool-Aid is hard. I've seen guys with like Remax tattoos.
Really?
Like balloon tattoos on their like next to their eyelids. It's crazy.
Wow.
And I said any company where the employees, the broker owners, the subcontractors, the contractors put a tattoo on their body to represent the company, dude,
that's game over.
That's game over. For me, that's everything. That sold it.
Yeah.
A guy that I met had renewed his brokerage like 6 times. He's been in business for 40 years, same office.
6 times.
Yeah, same office.
Wow. Yeah.
So I signed a 5-year contract, 10-year contract with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now what happens to Gatsby Advisors?
We still exist.
Yeah.
We still exist as a sister company to Remax.
Yeah.
And we provide the debt services there. So it goes back to its original roots. Gotcha. Right. The debt consulting, the advisory services.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
But the culture's still there.
Right.
But as a commercial practitioner, we are Remax Commercial.
Yeah. So $350 million in transactional volume there.
In the pipeline. That's correct.
In the pipeline. What is kind of the mix of that? Because that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of transactional volume. So what is the mix of that transactional volume right now?
Yeah, 60% of that is probably development.
Okay.
So retail shopping centers, hotels, we're doing a lot of pre-leasing, things like that, right? So in like Fort Bend, we have a $65 million shopping center development with like 60 office condos in the back. That value on that was $65 million on an exit.
How much was it?
$65 million on an exit. So that's one deal, right? We have many hotels. We've got probably $60 million worth of hotels that we're putting together, right? All off market. We've got shopping centers. We've got, land deals.
Or a lot of these deals that you've got going on, are they with the Desi community that you mentioned before?
100%. Yeah.
So you really built a really good foothold here within the community then.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And that itself was a challenge, right?
Yeah.
Like the last 5 years of building business, right? Specifically in the community.
Yeah.
For them to trust you, right? Not you being Desi yourself, right? I'm not Indian. I'm not Pakistan, right?
Right.
So for them to trust you as if you were part of their community, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes a lot.
Yeah.
Especially to be able to be taken into the community.
I'm like the honorary brown guy.
Yeah.
Like unofficial, like, Desi guy.
Yeah. That's amazing. So what's out of the 350 in transaction volume, what does that look like in terms of deals closed? How often do deals get closed?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of these are like bigger projects. They take a long time. It's not something that is like residential, 30 days out, boom, you close, right? What kind of sales cycle do you have with what you currently have right now?
A lot of them are probably about 9 months out.
9 months out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So out of the 350, well, we were like 360 like last week, but we like this month we're getting ready to close about $10 million like the next 30 days. Like we closed $2 million last week. So we're starting to trickle that in. But the last 6 months, effective 11/11, we were building on pipeline.
Yeah.
And I'm documenting my journey to building my first $1 billion commercial brokerage.
Very cool.
So I want $1 billion in transaction volume in the books.
What's it gonna take for you to get there?
Opening up a second office.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do in Chicago?
I'm gonna compete with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm building a second office so that office can compete with my first office in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned before something about development.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
So because I work for a lot of developers, last year I told everybody I was Pablo Escobar of commercial real estate.
Why?
And I told everybody that I can sell their product faster than the Medellin cartel can sell their product in Colombia. And that video went viral.
Yeah.
I had every single developer calling me in Houston. Cool. Sell my shit.
Yeah.
I've got office space. I've got retail. These are all dirt, right? It's all land. So it's one of the hardest things to sell.
Because it's not here yet.
It's not here yet. There's no delivery date. I mean, we have a delivery date. It's about a year from now. But imagine trying to sell something in the future now, getting contracts in, right?
Yeah.
For development.
Yeah.
But that's where the money's at. That's where the deals are at.
Right.
I'm not here to chase one-off deals. I've got 10 people I got to feed at the office. So I'm not chasing one-offs. I'm chasing big deals, whales, right?
Right.
So for us to put together a $65 million development deal, like my office is full for the next 2 years. That creates revenue for the next 2 years.
Right.
Yeah, we're in the business long term.
Right.
Yeah.
But obviously, these deals are not closing soon enough. So I mean, what kind of cash reserves did you need to be able to have that runway?
Yeah.
To be able to have these deals in the pipeline and not have to be dependent on them closing, for the next 6-9 months.
No, I mean, the good news is that a lot of our fees are high. Like we have 6-figure checks, in some of our deals, a lot of our deals. Mm-hmm. So that's a good question. Knowing that as a business owner, you have to have cash reserves. We got the biggest office that we could find in the Galleria right off the corner, Class A, right? Yeah. Paying a hefty amount. So with the grace of God, we've been able to just kind of, close enough deals to pay the bills, and then look forward to the bigger deals, right?
Yeah.
So right now we're good, keeping the lights on and whatnot, right? But the larger deals, they're starting to close. Like we just closed a deal yesterday from a guy that followed me on IG for 3 years.
Wow.
It was a cash deal. Yeah. One of the fastest deals I've closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It was like a near 6-figure check. So that came in.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, cool. We're good for the next couple months.
Right. Yeah. That's cool, man. So you're seeing now kind of like everything, almost like a culmination of your life's work kind of.
That is correct.
Coming into fruition and actually closing, cashing checks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when they see money coming in, they tend to slow down. They tend to take their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
And I'm double down.
Yeah.
So I see money coming in, but we got to double down.
Right. Do more.
I can make a lot of money in Houston only.
Yeah.
Right. But then I want to go set up another office and then do another capital outlay and invest more money into an office in Chicago. Built the same thing that I did here in Houston, right? It costs a lot of money to open up an office, like a brick and mortar, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm all in, I don't know, between furniture, rent, all of that, I'm all in probably $200,000 in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in having an office.
Just having an office in the Galleria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Between payroll and, triple net and then base rent and then furniture and then all of our tech stack. We had this crazy tech stack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single subscription we have.
Yeah.
CoStar, LoopNet, Crexy.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are very expensive too.
All this very expensive. Yeah. My overhead is high.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
We need one more subscription on your payroll.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gatsby.ai.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Sign the contract today.
Yeah. You saw the platform, right?
I did.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I think it's just very intuitive, man. The color scheme, the whole user interface is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great job.
Appreciate it, bro.
Great job. Yeah.
I always anytime that I'm thinking about creating a product or a service for someone, I think about what the user wants.
Yeah.
Right. What are they looking for? What do they need? I want to create something that people love, you know what I mean? And if they love it, they're going to use it. It's going to bring them value. It's going to bring them business. I think that's the thing that will set this software apart from everything else out there. There's so many things that are going on in AI and, there's a lot of people doing it. And I think competition is good, because it forces people to create better products. At the end of the day, it's for the users, right?
Exactly.
So what'd you think about how it sounded?
I think it's great.
Yeah. I
think it's extremely modern. It doesn't sound robotic-y, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of in the past, it's just you want to, when landlords, owners, they hear AI and it's very robotic, they immediately just, I do it all the time. I get a random call. It's a bot. I'm gonna hang up. But it doesn't sound that way.
No, it doesn't sound that way.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's getting more and more to the point where it sounds like a real person.
Yeah. And they might know, but maybe it's not it's not a dumb bot. You know what I mean? For lack of better words.
Right.
Right. It doesn't sound so robotic that like it just pisses them off. Like the first 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get a call from there. I won't get pissed off. I'm actually gonna be like intrigued. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Almost gonna be like, okay, you're a robot, but it's not bad talking to you. Let me talk to you.
Yeah, I know you're a robot, but I don't feel like you are.
Yeah.
Versus this is a fucking robot. Yeah. I'm not doing this.
That's amazing, dude. So, where do you see your future with everything that you're doing? Where's the next 3, 5, 10 years look like for you?
It's clear as day. Honestly, it's to build my first $1 billion brokerage. Coincidentally, I started getting into development. So what better way to, instead of working for developers, and to provide more value to our developers, to develop something myself in a different city.
Yeah.
So I'm actually doing my first development in Chicago. It's 22,000 square feet of retail space.
You're gonna develop it yourself?
Yeah, we're already started. So we've done all the due diligence. We're actually closing on the 3.5 acre lot. We've got
do you have any partners in that, or is it just you?
No, we did a raise.
Yeah,
we did a $9 million raise.
Yeah,
we're at $4.5 million towards our $9 million raise. We have no debt, all equity.
All equity.
We have I represent the largest independently owned cannabis dispensary in Chicago, and they are our anchor tenant.
Okay.
So we've already got cash flow day one.
Yeah.
We got phase 1, phase 2, the whole 9. So everything I've learned in commercial real estate, I'm applying it not just as a broker, but as my own developer, as my own principal.
Yeah.
So everything from cap raise to due diligence to working with, the GCs, and then having all these meetings with the municipalities. Imagine talking to a city and we're asking for them to approve our development, but for us to open up a dispensary next to a university. Like that conversation, right?
Yeah.
Our conversation was so appealing for them that they approved that. Yeah. They said, hell yeah, we'll do that. We approve.
So you don't think it was like a challenge at all to get that approved?
Highly challenged. Very challenged.
Yeah.
Yeah, very challenging. But you gotta, just gotta tell a story, right? And I think that's what life is all about. It's like telling a story. Like, why us, Because it's like, number one, like they want to hear it from their perspective. It's gonna bring tax revenue to them.
Right.
So you gotta understand your audience and what their wants and put their wants before yours. If you put their needs and their wants and you give them first, yours is automatic.
Right.
Yeah, and
it's a no-brainer at that point.
It's a no-brainer. That's a janitorial. That's our perspective as a janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put them first.
Put them first, and the rest will come.
Yeah, so what does the city want?
Right.
Like, they want tax revenue. They want good development. They want just
good actors,
make them look
actors.
good. Yeah.
Man, that's cool. So when do you think that office in Chicago is going to open up?
I'm actually flying out Monday. Yeah, I'm solidifying office space. I actually reached out to Remax. They called me and say, hey, we heard you want to open up the Remax office. Number one, we love what you're doing on social media. We love everything you do. The only thing we ask is please tag us, because I don't tag Remax. I don't tag the corporate office.
Right.
I know you're independently owned, but please tag us, number one. And number two, we would love to give you the office. Absolutely. Yeah. So what you need to do is submit a business plan the same way I did in Houston, figure out what office space is available. We'll approve it, give us the square footage, the whole layout, all of that.
Yeah.
They're actually coming out next month. Remax corporate, entire corporate office is going to check me out next month.
Are they?
Yeah, at my office.
What are they going to
They're doing quality control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be very happy.
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a barbershop in your office.
We got a barbershop, a pool table. I mean, I don't know if we're in compliance. We got a bunch of liquor at the office, but, we'll see.
That's all right.
Yeah, we actually have a corporate event every month beginning May. So they heard about the corporate event and they said we would love to be at the next corporate event, which is in June.
Yeah.
So I have all of Remax HQ coming from Colorado, which is their HQ, coming to my office, checking us out, and then being at the corporate event. I think that's a blessing. Like that talks really big.
Yeah, sure does. Yeah. What are you looking for in business right now? What is it that something that you need for anyone that's watching this podcast or listening to it? What is something that you may need right now in your business?
Dude, great question. I don't need any more business. I think we have too much business.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I'm looking for are the guys with chips on their shoulders. The guys that want to practice commercial real estate, right? They want to be obsessed with this, because you can't like, if you can't do both residential and commercial and be an expert at commercial. Like none of our guys do any residential type of business.
Yeah.
So the guys that are looking to give it their all to learn from the best.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the guys with chips on their shoulders.
So you're hiring?
We are always hiring.
Yeah.
But we're very selective on who we hire.
Yeah.
But I'll teach them the entire game for free.
Right.
Yeah. and that's what I want to do. I want to teach the game for free.
Mm-hmm.
So we're actually considering doing open office hours at the office, once a week, bringing everyone in, bringing their deals, whatever, however we can help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean like having like an open office where people come in and just
like,
network with you, talk to you?
Not really network. It's 2 hours of the day. We either go live or we do it in person,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatever challenges they're having, right? How to talk to their clients and so on and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
right? The people that are getting into the commercial real estate space.
Got it.
It's a way for us to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that sounds like a great idea. I think that's going to bring in a lot of traffic and a lot of really good feedback from the community, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's great. Man, I'm excited to see what you do in Chicago. And I think I like what you said about competing with yourself. You know, I think that shows a lot of time that, you know, there's a lot of people that are out there and then they're looking at, you know, someone else's business, or they're looking at this, looking at that, but always comparing, you know, and comparison is the thief of joy. So
That's correct.
if you have only a comparison with yourself, then, you know, you cannot be disappointed, right? So I think that's a great outlook to have when it comes to business, is to create, you know, different offices, and now you're competing with yourself.
Yeah. I'm literally going to a different market, you know, 1,000 miles away to compete with the office that I built in Houston.
Yeah.
So I told all my guys, like, I'm competing with you guys.
Yeah.
So we built a solid platform. We built a solid pipeline. Let me go out there and build the same pipeline. And I'm hoping that I can do it faster. I'm hoping that I can do it in the third amount of time.
Yeah.
If I can do that, then I win either way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're competing against yourself. You're still winning.
Yeah. I'm so bored, right, in the marketplace. I was like, who's my competitor right now? Like, I don't really see anyone, you know, from my side.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go out there and compete with myself in Chicago, and let me document that.
Yeah.
Let me tell the world
Yeah.
how crazy this guy is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's good. How crazy this guy is that brings gold, college, and master.
Yeah.
Makes the host put it on. I love it, bro. I love it. Well, bro, if anyone wants to reach out to you, either you know, for deals, I know you said you have a lot of deals right now, but if anyone is looking at maybe interning with you or coming and work with you, how can they find out more about you? How can they reach out to you?
Actually, 2 ways. Fastest way is IG.
Yeah.
So Charles Patawaran. I'm like the only one in the world with that name.
Yeah.
Right. I'm verified as well.
Yeah.
And then also LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right. So I prefer you to do both, so I can kind of get a feeling of like who you are on social media, but then who are you professionally as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because sometimes it's like two different personas.
Yeah.
Right. And I can almost kind of see if you're a good fit for us from a mentorship perspective.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because, you know, time is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. But yeah, just reach out anytime. You know, we have an open door policy. We are in the Galleria in the corner of Sage and Westheimer, across the street from Saks Fifth.
How can people find you online?
Yeah, LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn, Instagram.
Like on Google Maps or anything?
Oh yeah. You just Remax commercial, or even just type in Charles Patawaran. I'm show up there. Yeah.
You'll show up.
Yeah.
Right,
Actually, we did that. So our Google Maps point to me as my first name and last name. Yeah,
Really?
You can't go wrong. Like you can't miss me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but you know,
I think it's a good thing, you know. As long as you're doing right by everyone, I think, which I think you are, I think you have nothing to worry about. I think it's just opens the door for more opportunity and more people to come in and essentially work for you. So
yeah, we have an open door policy. I post, you know, I try to post every day on social media so I can tell the world like what I'm doing, and like, you know, come check me out. Yeah.
Love it.
I'm as real as it gets, because you know there's a lot of like in social media, is he really real? Is that guy a real guy, or is he a facade? Right?
Yeah.
Is it a fugazi?
Right.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like one guy met me today, he's like, dude, like you look like I wasn't expecting you, because you're exactly how you are on social media.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
be authentic.
Be real.
Thank you so much for being here, man. I really enjoyed this podcast. Is there anything else that you'd like to share to the audience before we wrap up here?
Dude. I mean, number one, it's an honor to be here.
Yeah.
You know, you've interviewed all the greats in Houston,
yeah.
and I'm honored to be, you know, that came before me.
Yeah.
Right? All the guys, half the guys I know, I've known them for years, and you know, I'm just very honored for me to be here. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. There you go.
All right, brother.